Hello, I'm 25 and invested, and welcome back to my TFSA portfolio. Actually, it's all my portfolios. So we're going to take a look through every single portfolio that I have. I am going to not be this big. I'll actually expand myself bigger later. However, we're going to follow the same formula as we always do, starting with my wife's account. Now, my wife's account has not been added to this year, but I have added money. I've recently, actually this weekend, so yesterday and today, have added money. I did not make a video lately because we've been busy. Sorry about that. I usually make these on Saturday. It is Sunday, and it is also Sunday night. So my apologies. I try to make these a little faster. But regardless, her account has had a fairly big change on the Friday, down 1.38%. As a matter of fact, it was a rough week altogether, being down about two and a bit percent. 2.4, I believe, percent. This account is all Xeqt, so 100%, as you can see, in TFSA, 100% Xeqt. This will not be the account that she will be adding to. She will be adding to her first home savings account, and then I will switch the way that we see her account, where it'll just show her first home savings account and her TFSA. So we'll switch the way we look at my wife's account, but just know that 100% of her accounts are in Xeqt all the time. Moving on to my account. We're going to turn that off, turn this on. This is my account. We're going to start off with the TFSA, but I'm going to go home first, and this is the account. This is all of the accounts that I have under me. However, I have been selling in my non-registered account, and I have been selling in my crypto account. So just so you know, both those accounts have been, I've been selling stocks and crypto. I'm doing that because I am revamping how I do that. I'm revamping how I manage the portfolio there. It will likely all be in the non-registered account, and it will be a trading account. I understand that trading has some bad incantations to it, and I understand that. Regardless, I think it'll be a fun adventure for me with a very low amount of money from my accounts. And you could see that I've added to my first home savings account. I have added $4,000. That is half of what I can add. And this upcoming week, I will be also adding to it again before we start back with the every 2 weeks that we will be adding money. This is just a little overflow that we had from last month. Coming into the new year, we are not doing our taxes very quickly. So if we're not doing our taxes now, we might as well have that money in the account. Starting with the TFSA. So this is the TFSA. We're going to turn this to the weekly. As we can see, down 2.34%. It has been a bit of a wild week for a lot of stocks, and we're going to go through those. I do still have the problem of the winners winning and the losers losing. Even though things do bounce themselves out over time, we have had, some big winners, big losers in proportion to each other, which I guess, it's to be expected. Meta is still our biggest winner right now, and DIR.UN is still very close behind. However, we don't have a few stocks that have exploded the way that you would think they would. Walmart has also been a very good winner in this portfolio. As you can see, we are adding more money to Xeqt, and we are still collecting dividends from MO and, frankly, everything else. But we are adding to Xeqt. That's the most important takeaway from that. We'll go to my first home savings account, which is what I just added to. And in the past, I guess we'll do the past week as well, 1.64%. And this is everything I own, which is just Xeqt, naturally. However, you could see today, pending Xeqt deposit, and yesterday another $2,000 in Xeqt. So we are adding to Xeqt in a fairly big way, as well as reinvesting the dividends, which this portfolio is just auto reinvesting the dividends through Wealthsimple. Moving on to the non-registered account, which I guess is kind of where the fun begins. It is down on the week. I do have some more D-lists in this account. I do have some more untradable stocks and some, just they're on hold. A lot of stocks are on hold. This week has been Game On Technologies, which is down 90%. That stock is on hold. So they have halted trading. I'm not too sure why. However, that is never good news. And in this account, we do have Xeqt. If you guys would like to, which I recommend, trying out Wealthsimple. Wealthsimple has been a great brokerage for me. I do recommend Wealthsimple if you are not a part of it. Just follow my link in the, I'll have it probably the first pinned comment down below. Use my referral code. It helps me. It helps you. We both get, I think, $25, which is pretty nice. And yeah, it's a great brokerage. It manages everything very well, and it helps you with your risk tolerance. You could choose whether you have options, whether you have certain things enabled that will stop you from making bad decisions later, or uneducated decisions, which, happen, especially when you're dealing with large sums of money. You don't want to make mistakes. So Wealthsimple has been fantastic for me. These are my sells. Game On Technologies, I sold another $5. Pool, I also sold out of. AFM, I sold out of. SRES, dividends, but OPTT, I've sold as well. So we are a net seller in this account. However, we do have a lot of stocks that are heavily in the negatives. And lastly, my crypto, which is down to just one crypto. So as we could see in the past 1 week, we are down 4.33%. Now, even though we're down 4.33%, that is because the only thing that we have left is Polygon. In saying that, we are still up on the entire account 35%. So technically speaking, we cannot go any lower than, I believe, 20% in the positives by holding Polygon, even if Polygon hit actual zero, which is pretty nice. That's a fairly reassuring. I think 15%. As you can see, these are my sells. January 9th, I sold Shiba, ETH, and Render, just locking in some of those gains. I mean, these were at losses, so not exactly locking in some of those gains, but locking in past gains by not letting future currencies fall. That's the best way I could describe that. All right, so we're going to close out of that. That was all my accounts. Close that, and then I'm just going to explode myself here in the middle. How's it going? This is just the after show. I'm just going to have a little chat, and if I'm going to look at the camera, I might as well not have my glasses on because I don't need to see anything. My wife and I, she's actually going to become a new Canadian. She'll be writing her citizenship test very shortly. That is why we also held off a little bit, because it is expensive to go through that process. However, my wife is a very hard worker, and I have no doubt that she's going to do great on the test and both be a great new Canadian. So pretty excited for that. And everything else is going smooth. We plan on adding quite a lot to our accounts for this year. I don't think that it's going to be that, 48,000 that we did last year. I believe it should be about 36,000 is what I would like to see. However, even if we achieve that 36,000, we are also working in, some form of vacation. So we're at the point now where we have a very large lump sum, and we need to work on, quality of living. We have a very good quality of living, but we don't do a whole lot as individuals, which, I feel like maybe a strange FOMO of not having done a lot of things that we'd like to do. So yeah, that's what we're working on this year. I'd love to see it happen. I'd love to see, like to see how everything's going to turn out. Anyways, if you made it this far, thank you very much. I know you did SEP, Nintendo Plays. Everybody else that I see regular comments from, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. And I'll see you guys next time. And also Jason. Forget about you. Bye now. I'll see you next time.